What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods. Today we're checking out an update to the NCR Ranger Armor, and basically what it adds in is a new kind of weapon and a new armor, which is a Riot Gear armor. So how do you get the armor? There's actually no specific location, like it's not like you just fast travel somewhere, so I'm going to show you how do you get it kind of for the little bit of this video. I'm going to cut some parts out, but basically you're going to fast travel to this place, Fanuel Hall, which is, you know, over here relative to Castle. It's in like this little town over here. I'm not sure what town exactly. So you're going to land right about here. When you fast travel here, there'll be some super mutants if you've never cleared it before. I've never cleared it before, as you may have guessed. And then we're going to have to go run around here. As you can see, we have some enemies already. There's quite a few enemies over here, so definitely bring some weapons. They're not super hard, but like, for example, we have this raider right here, and basically you're going to want to walk through that way. I don't know where the raider went or why he's not attacking me, but you're going to want to walk through the side there like I did, and I can't kill this raider, can I? There you go. And that's pretty much it, and then that is the bank right there. So let me take care of these raiders and I'll come back. So after taking out those raiders, as you can see, I'm just right over this way now, and we do have the bank. So again, there's no like actual fast travel way to get here. It's just south of Fanuel Hall, as you can see on the map right here. So now you go in, and I'll show you how do you actually find the armor now. So you're going to want to take this elevator right here, and we're going to go down into the bank as a result. So after you come off the elevator, you're going to want to look around, because why not? It's a bank. And then you're going to come over to here. There are no enemies down here. It's not like I killed anyone, although I am leveling up because I had to spawn myself in experience. And you're going to have to use this terminal. It is expert, so be a little bit, you know, make sure you have the right hacker level. I obviously didn't and had to give myself it. But then once you open this door, as you can see, it is going to take a second because it's a big vault door. Then when you come in here, you have all kinds of stuff, pre-war money, you have a dead criminal, which he just has some normal stuff. And then over here we have a dead cop, which has a few things, and we have these 3 new items. So we have a blued hunting revolver, a riot helmet, and riot gear coat. So this is what the mod adds in, or at least the updated version of the mod. So let's go back to my settlement and we'll check out all this new stuff. So right here we do have the new armor and the weapon itself. The weapon is some kind of new revolver. It does come with this little like night vision combat scope, and it is pretty nice. It looks like one of those like kind of old western revolvers. I'll show you a little bit of it in action, and although as nice as it looks, it does have one issue that we'll go over in a second. So as you guys probably saw, the armor itself does not come with a mask, but here it is in a close-up. It's very similar to the NCR Ranger Armor. It's just a little bit different. It does still look really good. It does have a nice high quality texture. As you can see, the pistol by my side, the gloves and everything are nice. I'm only wearing the armor added by this mod, so nothing else is, you know, changed about it. And it does have that nice helmet. I think the shoes and everything else are the same. Around the back it looks almost completely identical to the NCR Ranger Armor, but still that's not really a bad thing. It still is, you know, kind of nice to have it without any like logos or anything like that. You could be independent and just kind of use the armor as is. So now at the workbench, there is actually a lot to do with this armor. As you can tell, there is a lot of stuff you can change about it. So we have all kinds of cool things like depleted uranium lining, polyceramic polyceramic plates. That took me way too long to say. So I personally like the depleted uranium. This is almost exactly the same as previous, as you, or in the NCR armor. We also do have a leather harness. As you can see, it does have some pretty good stats, the armor itself. And then we have a bandolier, so we'll put on some bandoliers. Well, again, we'll check all this out in action because you obviously can't see it right there. And then as far as arm upgrades, we actually have some pretty cool stuff over here as well. So we have an elite, a metal, and a raider arm upgrade. So I'll show you all these close up now. So as you can see, these arm upgrades actually look really freaking nice, and this is only one of them. So this is the elite chest upgrade and both arm upgrades, along with the bandolier that you can see right there as well. So these do look, again, really nice. They add a lot to the armor, I think, and actually like totally change it almost. Like it looks very different with this on. It does look quite a bit stronger, which it is quite a bit stronger, so I guess that is, you know, rightfully so. So around the back, there's actually a lot changed, which isn't that common. You see, you have these whole new like metal shoulder pads and straps along with this thing on the center back. So actually adding in a lot of detail to the back of the armor. And then of course we do have the elbows and all that stuff. The Pip-Boy gets a little bit glitched, but as you can see on the right side without a Pip-Boy, it does look really nice. And the gloves and all that, it the gloves remain the same, but it does have a nice little thing over the gloves, which is pretty cool. And then you can see the bandolier around the like waist area. But that's actually not all. If you add in the metal one, so again, this is the metal chest, metal arms, and metal both arms, and as you can see, we do get some slight modifications here. The arms do look a little bit like worse, which they are. They look a little bit rustier, and I think this is more of a raider themed almost, or kind of, not a, maybe a raider's the wrong word, but a wasteland something bad. As you can see, there's no more like hand protection. The wrists are exposed now. And then the most obvious change on the back, you get this big ass tank. So I'm not really sure what the tank's for or why it's there, but it's definitely an interesting touch nonetheless. It does, you know, totally change the armor. I think everything else on the back is more or less the same. You still have that thing in the middle of your back, and then the arms are just kind of the same on the back. But yeah, so you get this big tank on your thing. It almost looks like a fire extinguisher. Again, not really sure what it's for. It looks like maybe it's used to power the armor or some kind of fuel, but again, I don't know. Pretty interesting looking. Not sure if I like it or not, but again, pretty cool. So last but not least, for the chest piece, we actually do have the Raider chest piece and the Raider left and right arm. So as you can see, this totally changes the shoulders and then gives the right arm some more like kind of definition and a rugged look. So here you get a little bit better view of the shoulders, and then again, the middle back is more or less the same, but the shoulders do have this weird new kind of definition. You have, it looks like a spiked tire and then just some random road sign or something, and still pretty cool. But now let's actually get into the mask or the helmet modifications. Alright, so what you could actually do to the helmet is basically add a mask. So you obviously can do this. We have three different ones. We have an advanced riot mask, a basic riot mask, and an elite riot mask. I'm going to be a little bit more brief with these because you're not actually going to see them. So here we do have the basic riot mask up close. As you can tell, it does look really good. We have like that one-sided gas mask filter type deal. And then you have a radio on your right ear. So next is the advanced riot mask, and you can see why I wanted to be a little bit more brief. These are more or less the same. As you can see, we just got a filter on both sides as well as a little bit of changes around the earpiece there, but more or less everything remains the same. So here finally we have the elite riot mask, and this is actually repping the whole elite, like everything gear, and this has some pretty good stats. So now let's go check out this in combat and see how it actually performs. So actually, just kidding, not in combat yet. I totally forgot about the pistol, but yeah, so as you can see, we do have the blued hunting revolver right here. Not sure why hunting's lowercase, but whatever. So we do have a bunch of different pistol grips that we can change around. As you can see, we have some Sequoia pistol grips, which give you a nice Brotherhood of Steel grip. We have a railroad receiver as well as a chromed receiver, which is for the Institute, and they all do they all do the same amount of damage, and as you can see, some of them have some cool designs. I think I want to go with one of the two Sequoia ones, so let's go with this one. And let's go now check out the different barrels. So we have a long barrel, a long barrel blued, a long barrel Institute. So again, this is just going to be carrying over the designs that went on these different ones. So as you can see, if we go back to the railroad and then click off of that, you can see we have some cool little designs on the pistol. That's actually a really nice touch. And then finally the chrome one, but not the best contingency. It definitely feels like this might have been a little bit rushed because long barrel Institute, but there's no long, like that's just a chrome. It's chrome and then Institute, even though chrome is Institute. And yeah, I don't know. I actually kind of like the Institute one though, so let's leave that. And then finally we go for the grips, and as you can see, it will actually change the grips even if you want to have a chrome gun. So let's go with Institute Ivory grip, even though that's exactly what we had before, or a marksman grip. Does that actually change anything? No, that's just a normal grip, it looks like. And then finally we do have the Sequoia, well, not finally, but you lack the requirements to create this item. What? I can't create a Sequoia grip, even though it requires. Alright, so the mod does need a little work in some places, but as you can see, we do have it done there. So that actually looks really nice. And there's no way to take off the scope. It doesn't seem like, unless I'm totally missing something. It looks like the scope is there. So it seems like this mod may have been a little rushed out. Nonetheless, it is still really high quality. But I did say I did have one issue with it before, so I'll show you that now. Yeah. A little bit unfortunate. It does look pretty cool when you actually go and use it. Again, it does have that kind of like old-timey feel and look, but as you can tell, there's no sound effect whatsoever. Not even like I think what you're hearing right there is the sound of it hitting something, not of it actually firing. But regardless, it is still pretty cool. So let's go try out this new armor and the new revolver in action and see what kind of damage we could do. So I did place down a few raiders, and I'll probably kill my settlers after, but yeah, so let's take them on. Let's see what they can do, and obviously I have to leave the HUD on because we do have that grip. So as you can see, the pistol itself does do quite a bit of damage, and I think I just got a headshot on that one guy, but these guys are getting blown away, and let's actually start turning on my settlers. Oh, that's a raider. Okay, we could turn on the raider instead, but let's actually start blowing away these settlers, because as you can tell, we can one-shot them, which is pretty cool. And let's see if we can't get any cool VAT shots, because that's typically what I like to do here. Nope, someone else killed them. So, okay, here we go. We have a ton of settlers lined up really nicely. Let's see if we can't get a bunch of cool shots on all of them with the new armor. Oh, I guess that's it. But still, that's some cool shots nonetheless. It's just kind of weird without the sound. It's really like eerie almost. I don't know how to describe it. That's a cool shot though. As you can see, you get a nice close-up of the elite armor. Again, I'm using all of the elite armor, so it does look quite nice. And as you can tell, like, that's a pretty highly upgraded laser rifle, I think. Yeah, that's the upgraded one that was on the ground, and like, I'm not taking that much damage considering I'm just kind of standing here and letting them shoot me. So considering that, the armor itself does have some pretty good resistances. Not going to complain about that at all. Not that I normally would, but yeah, without a doubt I don't know if it's balanced. It's kind of hard to get. Let's actually go for a critical hit there. And as you can see, we'll shoot her and clip through the car a little bit. But still, I really do like the armor, especially the modifications make it, I think. The regular armor is a little bit dull, but once you start getting all those different modifications, you really become a force to be reckoned with. So let's try and kill this girl with, where the hell did she even get that gun? I don't know, I guess she spawned with it? That's kind of weird though. And then we do have this girl right here. All these different cool settlers. So I think that's about everyone. We have one more there. We could blow her away, and oh no, there's some more in my settlement. I don't know where all these settlers came from, but hey, who am I to complain? So we'll finish them off. But yeah, again, the mod is really well done. If you wanted to check it out, you can. It was only released today, so there is, at the time of uploading at least, there's no documentation. So if you, that's kind of why in the beginning I showed you how everything works, how you get everything. The only reason I knew is because someone commented it, which a big shout out to you. And yeah, so again, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Definitely check out the armor. It does look quite nice. And yeah, see you all next time. Later. Have a good 4th of July.